I feel like the only reason why I really love it is because I grew up in it. And in a sense, this is all I know.
By the age of 3, my father was killed, and he was involved in drugs and stuff like that. My mom raised us, a single parent, and me and my brother actually sold drugs together. By the age of 14, I was carrying a gun.
My mom had a really bad problem with substance abuse. Along with substance abuse, it comes with a long line of things. Me and my husband, the way we grew up was nobody cares about you. Your problem is your problem, nobody else's. My upbringing was not great, but I can honestly say I wouldn't change it for the world. Me and my husband, we have 5 kids total. Our oldest is 13, he's Lloyd.
I knew Raechel before I knew her husband, and I was impressed. I felt that she had a desire to learn more. I was impressed with her lessons that she taught, and I saw her children, and I saw that she was from Detroit. She had a lot of responsibilities, and I felt that she and her husband were struggling financially. But I was so impressed with her spirit, with her optimism, with her desire to serve. And her husband was there to support her. And my husband, Sam, was very interested in Lamar. And so together, we just established a friendship.
We met the Parkers 3 years ago when we first started working with the Roseville ward here.
The Parkers have blessed our lives. We were called as service missionaries, and we introduced ourselves, and we gradually just got to know them.
The church service missionaries are senior couples and are at the discretion of the bishop to be used almost as mentors, focusing on specific individuals. First off, they are assigned to an area or a ward, and they meet with the bishop. And then the bishop, like myself, contemplates and prays about and comes up with families who they would be good for them to work with and really act as a mentor. Church service missionaries basically start to visit with these families and start to understand their needs and wants.
Sam and Kathy Utley, they are me and Lamar's mom and dad. That's how we look at them, without a shadow of a doubt.
They influenced us in so many different ways. They showed us love.
Everybody's kind of learning it.
By me and my husband growing up, not really knowing what wrong was, and at the same time not really knowing what good was. They helped shape us, and that's really what we needed. We had the drive and we had the intentions of doing well, but we weren't on the track. We were kind of flopping around.
They came in and they helped us prioritize and help us understand what was more important in life, as far as our church family and as far as time management, and working with us on trying to be more organized in order to fit things together with our busy schedule to make time for service.
Lamar was inactive, and we probably didn't see him for the first month or so, and see him just come every once in a while.
And as Sam was engaging in conversation with him each week and developing that friendship, he started to attend more regularly. And they just developed a very close bond.
There's just something with Lamar. We have been instant friends for 3 years and have seen him become active in the church, take his wife to the temple, and to be somebody that is very respected in the ward and very personable.
The fact that there are 2 people in the suburbs, way out in the suburbs, not close either, that actually takes the time to come here to the city to help me and my family is amazing, Because growing up, that didn't happen.
Raechel, as a Relief Society president, comes early in the morning for ward council, but because they have one car and it's too expensive to go back and forth, everybody comes to church 2 hours early. And Raechel goes to her meeting, and Lamar and the children go in and sit and either study, sleep, do whatever.
Lamar helps with cleaning the building, maintaining the building. Lamar works a graveyard shift in a factory. Raechel works in a daycare during the day.
I'm home during the day. I get home right as the kids are getting ready to go to school, so I see them off. By the time they get home from school, I'm awake. It can be challenging, but we manage by working together.
I don't know how they're doing it, but you know what? The mere fact that they are doing it with a smile on their face inspires me.
Lamar and Raechel want to be entrepreneurs. They want to develop their own business, and they want to use that to graduate and move themselves out of the situations that exist in the city.
To see the difference in how we're raising our kids and versus how we were raised is very noticeable in our kids. We can see it.
When I was raised, they didn't care about education. They didn't care about future goals at all. But the way that me and Lamar raise our children now, we make sure they know we love them.
Priority-wise, we want for them to get an education.
To graduate high school and actually walk on a graduating stage, that's a big deal for us to have for our children. And to go to college, to have aspirations.
I get calls all the time from members needing this help or needing that help, and as a bishop, one of the responsibilities and the mantles I carry is a judge, and so I have to look at the situation and assess it and do, with the limited amount of resources that we have, do our best to be able to help those in need. So that it's not just handouts, because not only do they get the help, but there are, it's not just given to them. They come and clean the church, or they participate in the clothing drive. Give them the service opportunities so that they can participate in the giving, because when you give, you're happy. And when you're happy, you have the Holy Ghost with you.
Talk about diamonds in the rough, both of them. And over the course of time, just talking and working with them, not realizing what we were actually possibly doing, but having them come back to say, hey, thank you for this, has helped me do this and this. Things that we took for granted that was totally new concepts for them. And so we're just happy that things worked out or are working out, and that the progression is going the way it is.
The dream of getting out of a poverty situation, having a better life for your family, that it is attainable and is possible, goes along with the spiritual progression of understanding you have a Heavenly Father, and then knowing what you need to do to return to live with Him.
I tell people all the time, I'm 27 years old. I'm the happiest 27-year-old married with 5 kids that you can find. I'm happy. But the majority of the reason why I'm so happy is because I have that gospel. That gospel is like a guidebook to happiness. It shows you and it tells you what you need to do for happiness. Whether you do it or not, it is up to you. But if you do it, you will reap the rewards. And my reward thus far is happiness.